YouTube. What's going on, man? YouTube, it's your boy Lil Ty checking in for another reaction video. And today I was actually glad I'm actually using my brain for something else. I know I've been kind of back to back with the same similar type of topics. That will change. Trust me, going forward, I am going to look for a million other things to talk about, things of that nature. But today this video is titled "You're Not Crazy, Hip Hop is Changing." Yes, I do want to talk about music a little bit. In all actuality, like I say, music is one of the things that I am very much passionate about music. Doing it maybe not as much, but I do love music in its entirety, like the makeup of it and everything. I did music myself, so of course it's only natural for me to like music. Now, in my opinion, before this start, because this first little section is hip hop dying, you know what I'm saying, no new talent, empty shells, things of that nature, things. Now I kind of previewed this video a little bit because, like I say, I got to make sure that if I'm engaged, or if I'm listening to it and I'm like, what the heck is Buddy talking about? I know y'all gonna be on the same page. Like I say, it's just one of them things that I just feel like I really want to talk about. My personal opinion, music has definitely changed. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, I it's the mumble rap. Like the mumble rap is entirely taken over. Like I say, and I know what y'all might be saying, like, man, some of the best folks kind of do a little bit of mumble rapping. Realistically, the person that kind of originated this for me, I ain't gonna say necessarily say originated, but one of the most popularized people would have to be Young Thug. He did mumble rap, but and Ghana too, by the way. But I mean, the difference between them is that's not they have songs like that. But they got songs where you hear every word they saying too though. It's just something that put them on. Like it put them in a specific kind of place, but they music elevated. Like you listen to Young Thug or Gunna, they music don't sound the same how I first started out. Like one of my favorite songs by Gunna, and it was a little bit of moment. Was Mistress. Got me a real mistress. And she independent. After a while you get into the song, you're like, yeah. I like cut like well, he was saying specific words. That might not be a good example actually, but they done definitely done a little bit of mumbling and they got the category. But that's not the point. Let's just get into this a little bit. Drop down in the comment section down below what y'all think about music and the direction that it's going. You think it's bad or if you think it's good. Let's just start though.
Hip hop is changing, but not in a good way. It's no secret that the rap scene is in a bad place these days. Right now, hip hop is dying, and everyone is wondering how it's come to this point. Rappers blowing up off TikToks instead of albums. Soulless, formulaic trap songs taking over the mainstream. Walking, breathing gimmicks whose only mission is to go viral by any means necessary. Today we're gonna point out the artists that epitomize exactly what's wrong with the genre in this moment. The 3 deadly rap sins that are setting the genre up for collapse.
The bar's been lowered, the wells run dry.
The wind is so crazy. Why does it keep fucking being windy? It can't stop being windy. Rooftop rant 2, we're out here. And even though I'm on this tall ass building, I can still hear all of you saying,
"Not true. Rap is still alive and well in the underground." But the underground.
obviously there's always gonna be something for your liking if you dig deep enough. No one is disputing that. I'm not disputing that. But if we really want to gauge what the masses want, where the culture is at, and where it's going, unfortunately, we have to look at the
mainstream.
Scary mainstream. Oh no.
And yeah, it's pretty dead. Like, who's up and coming right now? Who's a breath of fresh air? Who's really shaking things up at the moment? Listen, I'll give you Yeet. Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, they have some sauce, but that's not even their sauce. That's Cardi's sauce.
Hold on, whoa. Okay, one thing else too. He said Yeet. Then he brought up Playboy Carti. I'm gonna keep it 100. My personal opinion, I'm not a fan of Cardi at all. That man ain't got no good music to me for real. Keep it 100. And a good majority of the time, I don't even know what the hell he's saying if I want to be real. Playboy Carti is a horrible example of music that is considered good. If Buddy over here baiting hard.
Now, how does that compare to the early 2010s with K. Cole and Drake coming up? To 2016? To the NY drill movement even more recently? It doesn't. And the first sin is a big reason for that.
The empty shell.
A
Damn.
complete lack of inspiration. If I was to pose the question, who is the worst rapper in the game? I would probably get answers like, I don't know.
Everybody like, hey, what's that sound? This the sound of, you know, Miles.
Old would probably say something like Playboy Cardi. But those aren't even close to me because their styles all provoke some sort of reaction. To me, the trashiest artist is one who provokes no reaction at all, who doesn't allow any possibility of people calling them trash because they never even really take risks in the first place. And I'm naming names.
Okay, I want to say this now before he gets to come out with risk is. My personal opinion, anybody risk in my opinion is doing anything outside of your norm. Now I'm pretty sure everybody know obviously the dictionary version of this, but like I say, me personally, a risk is anytime you do something outside of your comfort zone or outside of your sound specifically pertaining to music. So I hope he don't go crazy and what he talking about.
I don't give a shit. Tyga, who else? Jack
He
Harlow,
already started.
G-Eazy, Big Sean.
Okay, Tyler, Jack Harlow, G-Eazy, and Big Sean. For one, I ain't gonna lie, Tyga, I feel like he kind of always been in the middle for me. Or he ain't been bad, but he just never been that good. But Big Sean, that man is tripping. Big Sean has his own sound. I'm not gonna lie. You're not gonna find many rappers that rap like Big Sean. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. And maybe y'all, let me know if y'all agree with that down in the comment section down below. Jack Harlow, even he kind of, I ain't gonna lie, he got his own sound too, low key. Low key, he got his own sound too. And I've seen him. I done heard plenty. I get mixed emotions about Jack. I heard Jack Harlow good. I heard he trash. I mean, I kind of heard it. G-Eazy, I'm not a fan per se, but I actually never sat down to listen to his music. He actually might be good. But like I say, Tyga, I don't Cash Money. All them folks are good. If I want to be real, if y'all know the Cash Money era, then y'all know Tyga. That man is very good. I'm not gonna lie. I say,
Until not too long ago.
Always lit, yeah, I'm never sober. It's for 3 days in a row, yo bitch coming over. I woke up in beast mode with my girl that's Beauty in the Beast mode. And I know I gave up drinking, but I'm high though. I told her I don't come from heaven, you can pop that ass, drop that ass, get that cash,
Okay,
that bag.
None of them have a signature sound.
What? Big
All
Sean
of them
definitely has a
sound
big
like
sound.
that one struggling rapper trying to plug his music under every tweet. Most of their fans don't listen to a lot of rap music or even music for that matter. The kind of people you ask what they listen to and they just tell you everything. But if they ever dig deeper, they always realize,
Oh, there's better music than this.
unfortunately, right now, there are less and less people digging deeper and more artists that keep that in mind. The rise of social media has opened the floodgates for digestible bubblegum songs to easily gain traction. Funniest thing is, the generic artists I just named all popped in the 2010s. Because the ones that popped recently were forgotten so quickly, I don't
Jack
even know
Harlow
their
was
names.
recent. This might don't know what
Nobody
the hell he's talking
else.
about.
This same time 3 years ago, Stay Solid Rocky had a song on Billboard Top 20. Who is that? 24K Golden had a #1 hit, and we haven't heard from him since.
Hey man, where the fuck is Mario Judah?
So yeah, even though we've
That one hit
always
wonders,
had
you hear
generic
about 'em, then you
rappers
don't.
and people who like them, no one can deny the fact that the last couple of years have taken this to another level. Social media platform TikTok has served as an entry point for many newcomers lately. Most recently, DDG, who's gonna be our sacrificial lamb today. Yes, yes. Damn.
I'm keeping it 100. Any DDG thing I say at this point in time is a little biased. I'm gonna keep it 100. Primarily, because I used to watch him. But I mean, I know good music in general, so it is a little biased, but at the same time, it's not like. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hear him from a non-biased perspective, but I had to give out that disclaimer on I'll change y'all here. You might be one of them DDG meat riders. G. I'm not a DDG meat rider. I can assure you. I know good music. And when later on, whenever he get into his explanation, the breakdown as to why he feel like that, we'll get into it then.
A true example of an uninspired empty shell.
I'm geeking.
What?
Riz.
Keep the 30 on me like Steph Curry.
Weak as fuck. This is music for people with low confidence. Bro, all he has to do is not stick out too much and he's good. DDG sounds like everyone but himself, but he's not the sole perpetrator.
Cha-cha-cha. Dude, cha-cha-cha.
Right now, there are a lot of
Okay, boom. All right, I just kind of had to. You were talking about the DG thing. In my personal opinion, like I say, that's my personal opinion, of course, but DDG has this artist that don't necessarily have a specific sound isn't necessarily a bad artist. I ain't gonna lie, it just really go to show how little people really be knowing music. Like you can't make a video like this, in my opinion, but you're not showing range. Like in my opinion, he not really showing range. DDG, if you listen to him when he first came out versus what he do now, he have had progression in his music. I'm not gonna lie, like it started off a certain kind of way, like like fans that listen to DDG when he first came out, type ordeal. That I'm gonna give that right there. I'm gonna say it like that. At the beginning of his career, his songs wasn't bad. I'm not gonna lie, they truly wasn't bad. They were good songs. I'm gonna be real. They were good songs. But from where he was back then, like a couple years ago to now, DDG has made the biggest jump, one of the biggest jump as an artist ever. And it's kind of like I say, it might come up as a little DDG meat rider, but like I say, I personally I don't agree with that, because if you listen to how he used to be versus now, and a lot of people are just straight biased off rip because they think he the content creator. That's what makes it hard for DDG to break into just an artist, because people still see him as a content creator trying to be artist, if that makes sense. But in my opinion, he don't sit in either lane nowadays. Like he still do content, obviously, but it's at the end of the day, it's still money. I ain't gonna lie. No matter what these artists like to say, bro, they make money, but they don't make money. That's just being real. They tell you all the time. They tell you all the time that these folk don't be making money. The artists tell you they ain't making no money. They get in advance. And a good majority of these artists don't end up recouping for it for real. So they have to do something in the mean in between to even, you know what I'm saying, meet their day-to-day lifestyle that they would love to keep, or whatever the case may be. A lot of music work in a funny way. They get paychecks just like us, and a lot of time it ain't big, especially if people ain't streaming their music. In my opinion, you can't really say that about DDG. Yes, he come with his own fan base, and maybe his fan base will listen to his music just cause, but you don't have many people. DDG ain't one of them folks that you can just say, oh, he just made okay music. My music is elevated, I'm not gonna lie. And even if you could pay for features, which you can obviously, it doesn't mean that that's all that man relies on. Everybody got to get paid at the end of the day. The man just did a whole screamathon with him doing. He didn't even. If you ask us, looking at it, it don't even look like he wrote any of those songs. He probably could have. We never know. I mean, like I said, he probably. I'm not gonna lie. If you really sit down and write your music, it is not hard to memorize songs. I do it all the time. I got plenty of songs that I haven't did and stuff like that. But if I was to hear the beat, I can go in there and do it right now. It's honestly not as hard as you may think. And not to say that's what DDG did, but I'm just saying, as far as music wise, DDG is a better artist than what he used to be.
artists just like him,
And I hate to rant like
following the
that.
formula, trying to make it with no backbone, no identity, standing for nothing besides money and clout. And their art perfectly reflects that. But these days,
I
The
don't know, bro.
music
Buddy over here
just isn't
raging.
enough.
He
Because you
rage
have to
baiting low
attract
key.
attention when you're outside of the studio too. Through relationships, through beefs, by any means necessary. All of it is done for clout. We've somehow managed to blur the lines between the content creator and the artist, the gimmick and the musician. And that's how you get uninspired acts such as these doing real numbers.
I wouldn't say they do real numbers. They do numbers, but
The circus freak.
A walking gimmick, a joke no one really takes seriously, who's gonna fizzle out in the near future. While acts like Tyga and DDG mostly stick to the music, people like this go far beyond that, to the point where their whole persona is just a fucking gimmick. And for some reason,
okay, another thing, and I don't want nobody to get stuck on this, and I'm not gonna keep pausing too crazy, because we only 5 minutes into the video, and I just now realized that. But well, it's only 11 minutes long, whatever. But everybody has always had something. Artists go promo and things of that nature. Everybody has pushed their music out some way, in some way, somehow. The difference between how they did it back then and now, yes, it's a big difference. They used to go on radios and stuff like that. Like they'd go to a store, you know what I'm saying, end up being there doing the sign and all that. This guy right here, this got to be rage bait. I'm not gonna lie. We cannot take this serious. This is not. And like I said, it's not because he talking about the DDG situation and just music in general. His logic don't make no sense to me realistically. Everybody has had something to put them to a specific standing, and unless you just Lil Wayne for real or something like that, because you barely hear and or see Lil Wayne for real, minus when you hear his music. And he's remained relevant from when he came out up until this point. And I think Lil Wayne, like 40, like mid to late 40s or something like that. He might be younger than that. I'm not even sure for real. But yeah.
people love gimmicks more than anything in the world. I swear to God, you gotta be like 9 years old to be invested in shit like this.
Lil Mabu is beefing with Blueface's baby mama? This is some serious beef right here. No way, Lil Mabel got pressed on live? Now this is definitely real.
I don't even have to speculate with this man. Boy, he's an actor and he's not even trying to hide it.
Hey everybody, come look at this white boy. He thinks he's a gangster.
That's the only appeal. And to you, this may sound like I'm hating, and I am. I'm hating.
I was just gonna say, I mean, hey, if you go,
But
hey,
this is a real problem.
be a
now, if we
D1
knew
hater,
how to
hey, no
separate
cap.
these spectacles from real artists, this wouldn't be a problem. But since today everything is consumed passively,
Why you keep putting Eat on here, bro?
we don't
You
know how
suck.
to do
I
that.
swear you
And
suck.
all of a sudden, it's a problem. People aren't paying enough attention to recognize the fakeness of these kind of characters. So some end up taking them seriously in the end.
Only deal that you took was a plea. Mama and money, Wally P.
Oh my God! Hold on, this shit is kind of hard. No, it's not. To me, the main draw of hip hop was always how easy making it was. The fact that you don't have to be musically trained to enter the genre is fucking amazing. It's the only source of art where you can hear a dude come fresh out of a fucking scatty pack and give his view on things.
I'm a demon, I don't need no brand of God. Fuck it, I don't need nobody God.
Making it the most spontaneous, authentic experience in music. Little to no preparation, no deliberation, just go. So I wonder if a college student from a wealthy family can get away with rapping about street shit because of a gimmick. What's the point? I mean, bro, anyone can rhyme aggressively over some loud 808s. There's nothing compensating for the simplicity.
I'm gonna keep it 100. This guy's complete. This has to be rage bait, and I know I keep saying it, but this got to be rage bait. There's no way. Now don't get me wrong. Some artists, yes, you can put in whatever category you want, but he make New York rap. You know anything about New York rap? It sounds aggressive. It sounds exactly how this young man right here, Lil Mambo, does music. I'm not gonna lie, and he does numbers. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't really matter about if it's not his real life or not. The man, the man told you himself. It ain't. It's just music. You ain't gonna lie. Music is just music. Music is just literally creation. It's no different from a person that paint. Literally, music is a artistry. It's what you feel like. It doesn't necessarily mean it's your life specifically. Like you out here doing it. Everybody rap about guns, lean, weed, and everything under the sun. And I guarantee you a good majority, well, I ain't say majority, depending on the artist at least. But matter of fact, no, a decent percent of them folks don't do what they talk about. You don't see rappers out here. You don't see every rapper out here killing nobody. You definitely don't see them. I ain't like rappers have money, but they don't have money. Let's be real. That's just what it is. I ain't gonna, and like I say, that's not necessarily me. I don't want to necessarily sound like I'm hating, but I mean the rappers, these artists will tell you this. They say I'm gonna stop calling them rappers because that is disrespectful. These artists, because they are creators at the end of the day. These artists, you think these folks out here killing folks, calling hits every other day, and this, that, and the third? Man, no. They not doing all that. A good majority of folks don't even care about the stuff they rap about. It's a song. It's just something that sound good. I mean, music has definitely lost substance over time, of course. Back then, the folks actually did, make music based off what they were going through. But nowadays, it's like all music is recycled. It's just about if you do music your way and make it pop. You know what I'm saying? Like drop in the comment section down below if y'all understand what I'm talking about with this, like, or if y'all feel what I'm saying. Things like this are literally based off how you decide. I go in the studio right now, make a whole song, the hardest song ever about kidnapping somebody or killing somebody, and the hardest song ever. And then y'all know, like, bro, you that nigga that just be sitting down doing reactions and doing your day-to-day life. You don't even do much for real. But I made the hardest song though, like the song. The creation of the song was crazy. From the beat to the lyrics, it was like whatever. People feel it. He just said that at the beginning. Music is good if it sparks a feeling. And the feeling is if you care to learn the song or if it's specific parts in the song that you remember. In my opinion, when I do music or did it, more like I had one rule. It had to be one thing in the song where somebody will repeat it. I have to have something catchy in the song to make you want to spin back and hear that specific part again, or whatever the case may be. Like even if you thought the whole junk was trash for you, all it takes is one thing in your song for it to be a song that anybody would want to listen to. I ain't gonna lie, it's a few songs and I can't off the top of my head think about them, but it's a few songs that I done heard where the song was maybe dookie, but it was something in that song that made me come back to it. Like it was a specific part, like snippets. Snippets make I ain't lie, it's a bunch of snippets out here in this world that is crazy. And then when you hear the song, it's the worst thing ever. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I mean by having one good part of the song that'll make anybody listen to it. Now, mind you, I just said that, right? So you're gonna go listen to the song off the strength of listening for this specific part. I mean, all you need is one part to blow it. That's crazy. Then that song will be one of your craziest songs ever, even if it was trash. Music is one of them things that you can't just 100% judge unless they are truly bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's a lot of things that come with making music, like flow. If you on a beat or not, or even if you're not on beat, you did it your own kind of way and it was still crazy. Like I say, it's just a few things that just ruin music specifically for me. And like I say, in my opinion, music changed when mumble rap became a thing. When mumble rap was a thing, now it wouldn't matter if nigga really saying words and or not realistically. It wouldn't even matter to people now because now it's all about the beat. People listen to the music for the beat nowadays. It ain't necessarily about what they saying in the song. So, I mean...
Without the creativity, without the fucking realness, it's just that simple. Bro, if this is what it's gonna turn into, let me know right now. I'd go listen to Radiohead and the Beatles in an instant, okay? I'd be one of those white people who say they grew out of hip-hop.
No cap.
The phrase hip-hop is dead has been thrown around pretty much since the late 90s. But this is the thing old heads don't understand.
It's like propaganda.
A different sound could never kill hip-hop. Ever. What genuinely could do it is a complete lack of inspiration and creativity being accepted by the masses, which is what's happening right now.
No, now that is a fact. I'll give him that.
But I'm not stupid. I know damn well if I go in depth, all of you will click off and I won't get any motion on this bitch. And I'm trying to get some motion. I'm trying to take Ice Spice out on a date. So you can figure that one out on your own while I talk about Ice Spice. the byproduct. I could bag Ice Spice if I wanted to, and I don't even really want her like that, but I could still do it if given the opportunity.
Oh my
Ice
God,
Spice isn't
good
the sin
confidence.
herself, it's her popularity that's the real sin. Honestly, that's the only reason I put her on the thumbnail, you know? I just want to capitalize off people's internalized misogyny.
Yeah, fuck that stupid fucking bitch.
Alright, be honest. When you see Ice Spice, what is the first thing you think of?
Trash. I love that. Hey,
Yeah,
that,
well, it's
hey,
not her music, that's for sure.
that
If DDG
thing,
and
do
Lil
the
Mabel are
thing,
the evidence,
dude.
then Ice Spice is the proof in the pudding. People don't care about the art that much. Unfortunately, that's where we're at. People care about the crazy hair, the fat ass, and the famous streamer trying to riz her up. You love it, you hate it, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you're paying attention. And attention pays her. That's a win.
Okay, and one note, because I just thought about it, DDG makes swag music too. I'm not gonna lie. My opinion is swag music. Swag music has always been a thing. Soulja Boy was one of the first niggas to do it, if we really want to talk about it. You know, before folks get to saying, you know what I'm saying, that's not a thing. Soulja Boy made swag rap. I'm not gonna lie. Matter of fact, I don't even know many people that did that for real. Well, no, a lot. Well, it's considered. No, it's swag rap. We'll just leave it at that. If y'all think wrong other things other than that,
And
let me
Ice
know.
Spice, if you're watching this, please answer my DMs. Nah, but really though, I'm afraid we've gotten so far away from the art that people have started putting gimmicks above real artists. So yeah, hip hop is dying.
Yeah, that might
and
just
we
put
desperately
Drake
need
and
some
Kendrick
fresh
Lamar
blood to revive it. It starts
after
and
saying something like
ends
that.
at the art, okay? All this other shit, it just doesn't last. The art is the one true thing that matters. Shout out to Tyler, the Creator, who spoke up about this recently, even though taking that position is never easy.
What is blood yapping about? Yappington, Yap City.
And I'm aware I sound like an asshole here, okay? I know how cringe and pretentious taking this position is, trust me. Listen, I'll shut the fuck up, but someone has to be the asshole here. Because if we don't speak up about this, it's gonna become normalized. We can't let that happen, because if this becomes real, then nothing is real anymore. And if we stand by and watch it happen, then that is the biggest sin of all.
Okay, like I said, YouTube, we approach the end of this video. So I mean, what's y'all take on what everything he just said in the gym? Like I say, my take on music is entirely different. I can't get jiggy with everything he was saying, and I'm not even gonna act like I agree with what he's saying for real. For real. Like I say, I don't agree with maybe out of all the artists he actually talked about, I can only agree with Ice Spice and Playboy Cardi for that matter. I'm sorry, I don't care what y'all say about that. That man make devil music. I'm sorry, I can't even get jiggy with it. Like it like I said, it might be rock. And rock, everybody know rock is it's a little demonic in his own. I ain't gonna lie, y'all all know the same thing, G. I'm not gonna lie. Let's just keep it 100. Let's keep it 1,000 for real, for real. It is exactly what it is. But like I say, I hip hop is definitely changing for sure, for sure. Music is gonna always be altering, and it is getting simpler and simpler. He wasn't lying about that part. He's definitely correct. Music is becoming simpler. Music is becoming just a thing that people wake up and do, and somebody might fuck with it. Like I say, y'all have to understand that the music that we're accustomed to, and what I mean by we're, is people that are born within a specific time frame. Like anything before 2000, you know what I'm saying? Everybody born before, like, I say 2000, 2005. We still kind of grew up on 19, you know what I'm saying? The 1900, like late 1900 music. And 1900 definitely sounds old, but I mean, that is what it is at the end of the day. We grew up on a different kind of artist. Like the artist y'all might grown up on, if you was born in the 2000s, you still listen to maybe Nas, a little bit of Jay-Z. Like we still coming in on that part where we got Melly. I said Melly. Jesus Christ. Nelly, Lil Wayne, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Eminem, a little bit of 50 Cent. Like I say, Jay-Z, Nas, you know, folk like we still in on Kendrick Lamar, you know, folk like that, J. Cole. You know, we grew up listening to that kind of music. Tiger, Big Sean. Like, I don't know what he meant by Big Sean being a generic artist. That man sounds crazy. Sound like a man that don't know music. Not gonna lie. Them folks did music. That's the music that we're accustomed to, but they were actually saying something in the music. Like, you could recite them folk music. I ain't like it do become a point in time where you just don't understand what these folks talking about nowadays. Or it's the exact same thing the last person was talking about. Like I say, I gotta take up for the DDG only because his music has definitely come far. It's definitely grew further, and it might not necessarily be any substance for real, but like I say, it's just something that you probably don't understand, which is a lot of time, a lot of music is misunderstood, but a lot of these folks also don't be talking about nothing. Like, one of my favorite songs by DDG is called Pump 4. And I ain't gonna lie, it's so hard. But like I say, it's swag music. It's flexing music. That is technically a genre in a sense. I'm not gonna lie. Rappers always talk about the money they have. So that's like canceling out a majority of people that did do music. They all talk about the same thing. It's just the beat selection is entirely different. You might not like the messenger, but I mean the message is still the same. And that's just the bottom line. But I ain't gonna speak y'all heads out too much. I hope y'all enjoyed this kind of video. Like I say, I'm gonna try to switch up my reactions and things of that nature a little bit. I really want y'all to drop down in the comment section down below what y'all would like to see me react to. Like, give me some different genres. Like, you know what I'm saying? Give me y'all help. I want, like I said, we growing as a community. We growing with one another. Like, people are starting to tune in, tap in the comment section. I always respond. I don't know if y'all know it, but I respond. I'm not one of the folks that don't. So, appreciate y'all folks for tuning in. Love y'all folks, man. Peace.
Everything going, I act a fool when I go and perform, but I'm trying.